If you are building agents inside GHL and are struggling to work out how to demo them on Zoom calls, I've got something in this video for you. I started with OpenAI Playgrounds, putting prompts into there, but it was a bit clunky and didn't look great in terms of overall experience. Then I set up actual full live builds. I tried to trigger them. So when I was on a Zoom call, I was like, oh, I'm just going to try and trigger an SMS to you and then wait for the person on the call to send a message back and wait for the AI to do all its magic. And it's like, it's a little bit clunky. Try the same with WhatsApp. So what I've done instead is I've used AI to help me through vibe coding build a demo tool. And so the rest of this video is going to be, I'm going to switch to an overview. So it's an overview, a voiceover, walking through the tool that I created. And it's got in its database reactivation, it's got reputation feedback, it's got speed to lead. So if you are selling AI agents, the conversational ones are using GHL to build it, here is a demo tool that I have created that's helping me on my Zoom calls, just to give you a sense of what's possible and how easy it is to be able to have some of these types of conversations without having to go through a full build, without having to connect other systems in. There are tools like this available on the markets where you can get a demo set up, get into a Zoom call with someone, show them what's possible, example conversations specifically for their business and industry, and make it easier for you to get them to say yes. So I'm going to transition to that video in a minute. But first, I just wanted to make a comment. I am building my own agency. If you find this video useful or any of the others on the channel, I'd love you to like and subscribe because it helps get the message out to others who may also benefit from the material that I'm creating. In the description, there's a link to my free school group where I'm sharing tips and tutorials and answering questions about building AI agents inside GHL. There will be information in that group about this demo tool and how you can get access to it if you want to use it for your Zoom calls, your prospects, meetings, and all the methods that you are using to try and get your clients on board. So have a look in the description, see that link, get involved in my free school group, and then let's jump into the video tutorial overview, this demo platform that I have created that I am using for myself and with my partners. Here goes. Hey, Philip here, and this is a tutorial video for the agent testing tool that I've created. I've vibe coded this, so I've got AI to help me build it. And the way that it works is you create an agent and it hooks into the workflow structures that I have set up in my GHL account. So these are the same workflows that I'm using with clients for database reactivation, for reputation management, for speed to lead. And you can see on the screen, there are 3 tabs in this setup. And the first one is configuration. For now, you can ignore this. It's a website trainer. It's a crawler, a scraper. This is something that I have built in for the future because I wanted to be able to do demos for e-commerce sites and things like that and being able to scrape product information. So that's something that I'm working on in the background. For you, the 2 key tabs are Agent Setup and Chat Demo. In the Agent Setup tab, we can give company name, we can give the name of the agents, we can put in description of the product or service. Now this you want to make reasonably detailed because what you put into this main product or service is injected into the prompt that is in the workflow. And that's how the AI gets a basic understanding of what it is that it needs to understand, the products, the service, how to respond to certain comments from the user, It's all based on this main product or service, a bit like the AnyNiche setup. So once you've put that in, then you'll select your agent type. You've got the 3: database reactivation, speed to lead, or reputation and feedback. And what happens when you click the Save Agent Setup, it creates a new contact, like a temporary contact, inside one of my GHL accounts, adds the contact to the workflow, and then goes through the flow. So if it's the database reactivation or the reputation, we'll see the first outbound message. If it's speed to lead, it's expecting you to send the first message, and then it will go into the workflow and pick up the conversation from there. So if I do a database reactivation, save the setup. So this is in the background saying, okay, I'm taking all of these details, working to create the contact inside GHL. Oh, you want me to also add it to the workflow, so it's going through those steps in the background to be able to have that contact into the workflow, trigger the first message. So you can see this is the first outbound message. Got the name of the agents, got the company that we put into the form. Your name will be here as the user because it will be based on your user accounts. And then I've just put a generic previously inquired about our products or services. So I can reply to this. This is then going to send the message to GHL as a response. So in the workflow, it will be classed as, the user has replied to my message. I need to craft a new message. We'll go through the process of getting a new response from the AI. A couple of key things to note here. There is a polling process that happens in the background. So every sort of 10 to 15 seconds, it will do a refresh to say, are there any new messages? If yes, great, display them. If not, let's wait another 15 seconds, check again. So in the background, it is sort of silently doing this, but that's where there may be a bit of a delay in getting the new messages through to this front end. The second part of that is we are at the mercy of GHL and ChatGPT. So if there's a delay on GHL sending the prompt to ChatGPT or ChatGPT processing it and sending a response back, there may also be a delay in the messages. So we've now got the response here, that sort of standard second message for a DBR. Thank goodness my calendar just pinged me to call. Are you still interested in our aesthetic treatments? Yes, I am. I'd love laser hair removal. Do you have any offers on? So this is now being sent back to GHL and the workflows. So AI should pick this up and go, there's a message here. How do I respond next? It's worth just going through at a basic level, testing it, seeing how far you can get, maybe having a couple of conversations before you use it with a prospect, because there are limitations. And when I say limitations, that's based on the prompt. We're injecting into a prompt. So it's not full training, it's not fully customized to the prospect, to the clients, their industry or anything else. So it's to give them a sense of, okay, it can do a conversation. So that's something for you in terms of managing the expectations of the prospect and maybe some of that pre-work that you do once you know more about the prospect's company, how far to take the conversation, because the AI may reach a point. It's like, I don't have this in the prompts. I have no idea what you're talking about or what you're asking about. So something for you to be aware of when you are using this. So right now, there you go. New response, great pick, because I mentioned laser hair removal. It's telling me we've got special offers on at the minute, free consult calls, want a quick consult to see what fits best. Yes, that would be great. So you can see the response has come through there. I've replied. We'll go back into the workflows, and then it will create another response for me. Similar process for the other agent setups, but a key thing to note is if you have created and had a conversation, there's an end conversation button here. This will trigger a call to GHL to delete the contact, because then you can create a new one. So if you wanted to demo database reactivation and reputation, you could go through one, have the conversation as an example, show the prospect, end the conversation. It will take you back to the agent setup tab. Then you could say, actually, I want to do it now for reputation and feedback. I'll go through that process and have the conversation. So I'll show you that in a minute. I'm just going to wait for this next response to come through to see how it handles it. The database reactivation, speed to lead, and reputation are the main three that I have been focusing on and building for client projects. That's why those are the first three in here. There may be more over time, but okay, there we go. There's the response. Perfect. We'll have a team member call this number. Does morning or afternoon work better? And then I could respond to that. What I'll do is I'll end the conversation. So it takes me back to the agent setup. See that their contact is deleted, conversation resets, and then I can start a reputation and feedback one. So I've left the rest of the information the same, but reputation feedback is pretty structured because it's just asking for their feedback, what score they would give, would they leave a review, things like that. But it still gives the opportunity to showcase it to your prospects. Yes, it is. I am someone who previously purchased from us. So like the previous example, it's sending the response back, going through the workflows to ChatGPT, mouthful there, and waiting for that new message to be created before it sends it to us here. While you're waiting for those messages, it gives you an opportunity to talk to the client about the process, maybe about the setup, what's involved, just because there is this potential delay between sending and receiving messages. You can also make the comment that you're trying to be lifelike. If it's an instantaneous response, it's a giveaway that it's a bot. But if there is a little bit of a delay, maybe someone, call came in, had a different message, we're writing an email, whatever it is, sometimes just having that little bit of a delay makes it feel a bit more human. So we've got a response here. Great, my boss wants to understand our strengths and weaknesses. I'd love to ask you a few questions. Yes, that's okay. So this is then going to go, okay, so you've said yes, you can ask some questions. What's the first question that I need to ask? So in the prompt, because this is one I'm already using with clients, it is pre-scripted. It's going to ask, what was your experience? How would you rate it on a 1 to 5? Depending on what they say, if it's 1 to 3, it will ask for specific details of what could be improved. If it was 4, same sort of thing, what would make it a 5? If it was a 5, was there anyone who stood out for you or a part of the experience? And then ask them if they'd be willing to leave a Google review. So this is the demo tool setup that we have at the minute. Still in beta, maybe a couple of things that you notice. Sometimes if you try and create an agent and it says contact's already there, just have to then try it again. You can see here the response that I got, what would you rate your experience? So when you log into this tool, there'll be an agent demo option in the menu. You'll click that, it'll take you to this agent demo area. So as I mentioned, ignore the website knowledge base and configuration for now. That will come later if you want to be able to demo e-commerce. Agent setup is where to focus. Put the company name in, name of the agents, main product or service description, choose your bots. Clicking the Save Agent Setup will start the process of creating the contact and adding them to the workflow, and then you'll move to the chat demo screen where you'll be able to see the messages from the AI and then send your own. And then it'll be remember to end the conversation so you can go back to the agent setup and do another demo for your prospects. Look forward to hearing your feedback as you have a play with this, and there may be things that we can add over time, but right now this is the tool in beta, just a quicker and easier way to get things set up to be able to do a demo for a prospect on a Zoom call.